Hey everyone, welcome back to our GAMA Trade Show 2016 coverage. I'm here with Richard Gain Rich Gain from Japanime Games. How you doing today?
Good, doing well.
Well, what you got for us? What are you showing
we have
us
a couple of projects that we're working on that should be coming out real shortly. Our Kickstarter for Heart of Crown just finished. Should be published by Gen Con. It's a great deck building game where you're backing princesses, getting them into the throne. So it has a lot of politics and other things that a lot of the deck builders don't have. That's coming up shortly. We will have it available, like I said, by Gen Con. If you want more information, check out JapanimeGames.com on that.
Cool.
Our newest game is right here. This is something we just announced last week, and it should be in stores by the end of May, actually. It's the Naruto board game. It's from Yoko Studios in Luxembourg. This is their first foray into the board game market. But it's they're big fans of the game. They're big fans of the TV shows. They specialize specifically in high-end statues and action figures. But this is their game. It's a cooperative board game. It's based around the Naruto Shippuden storyline. And what's happening is the Akatsuki are moving around trying to take over the villages. And you, Naruto, and all his friends are trying to stop them from spreading too far and too much, and then eventually beating the big bosses, Toby, at the end. As you move through, there's encounters which are randomized. There's a random deck of bad guys that you end up fighting, and each character has their own deck of cards which copies their powers and jutsus from the cartoon series.
Okay, so what's the gameplay like?
Well, gameplay is standard cooperative play in that you know where the Akatsuki, they would start here on the number 1 spot, and then they will move around the board. Your choices are go try to send everybody there to stop them, send a few people to stop them, or let them take that one and get to the next location. The problem is in between each location you have these encounters, which can be either traps, which are easy, or ninjas that you have to fight. And so if you fight them in the process, you might end up getting paralyzed, which means you can't do anything. So if the party travels together, then it's more likely to avoid that. It uses customized dice, which are nice because they're engraved, so you don't have to worry about them wearing off like a lot of dice games. You got the symbols here, which is the hits. You're trying to equal or exceed the target's hits. Okay. And then you have special powers that are triggered based on the cards that you play.
Okay, so the burst symbol kind of there is the special powers.
The special, yep.
And the shuriken or the ninja stars are the hits. Okay.
Yep. And there's some sides that have multiple shurikens, so you can actually get a pretty high score.
Cool.
Each character is very unique in how it plays. There's also 3 levels of play. So the basic level of the game starts with the character on this side, very basic stats. The encounters on the board are very fixed and much easier to play with. Once you've learned that type of game or have conquered that, you can turn the characters over, and there's actually an experience system. So as they fight and beat things, their experience goes up, and then eventually their stats go up when they get enough experience. And then the 3rd level has another set of counters, which are even harder and take a lot longer to beat. So once you've conquered the first 2 levels, then you move on to the 3rd level.
Okay, so you were mentioning earlier before we started that each character has their own deck of cards, is that right?
Yes.
So there's variable player powers that are going on there?
Yep, each one. And so Sakura, which is the healer, she has a lot of abilities. She's a support character. It's highly suggested if you play with only 2 characters that she's one of them. Each character has its own style. Some are straightforward, right in their face. Naruto, for example. But then you have other characters like Sakura who actually has some ranged attacks, so she can actually start in a different area and do it. All you're building up towards is fighting Toby and his Akata or Gata here. And that one, and at the end, you always fight them too. But their powers vary based on how many villages have been conquered. If all the villages have been conquered by the Akatsuki, then you are in big trouble because their powers are actually much higher at that point.
So how much, I guess you would say, crossover do you have? Somebody that's never been part of the Naruto universe, don't really know what's going on?
If they're fans of cooperative board games and they're fans of especially Pandemic, they'll have a lot of fun with this game. With the 3 levels, there's a lot of options and there's a lot of randomness to it. So the game, every time you play, even though the Akatsuki model moves in a fixed path, you're not sure what you're actually fighting. So there's a lot of replay value that I've seen with it.
Okay, sounds good. All right, and so when can we expect to see this hitting shelves and whatnot?
May would be the latest, most likely. We might see it even sooner than that. It's got a retail value of $50.
$50, okay.
And we have future plans for other languages coming out as well. So.
Okay, cool. All right, anything else? You were talking about that just finished Kickstarter, so when do you think
just
that's
finished.
Be
We're looking at Gen Con release for it.
Gen Con release? Okay.
We have some prototypes that we bought here to the show. If any retailers or other distributors and stuff are here and they want to check it out, they can stop by the booth. And we have this plus 2 expansions will be coming out when it releases.
Okay, cool. Release with 2 expansions, all right.
Yep.
Well, that is Rich from Japanime Games. Thanks for stopping by. We very much appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot.